Rogers, Martin Fisher. Hosted by Blake Shelton. Directed by Glenn Weiss. Music director Derek Wells. Promotional consideration furnished by AT&T L'Oreal. Copyright 2025, Grand Ole Opry, LLC. All rights reserved.
I would stand
Silent House Productions.
by my
NBC4 News at 11.
Now at 11, murder, fraud, and human trafficking, just some of the charges in a 100-page indictment against a longtime leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang turned entertainment executive. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. Eugene Big U Henley turned himself in today. He and more than a dozen others are facing charges. NBC4's Darsha Phillips is in the newsroom for us tonight with details on the federal indictment. Darsha.
Eugene Henley, or Big U, is known as an anti-gang activist, but authorities say he is everything but that, using his prominent role in the South LA Crips gang to run a criminal enterprise. He was declared a fugitive earlier today. Henley did turn himself in, but first he recorded this video.
It's going to probably be my last video. I'm going to go turn myself in to see what's going on.
Eugene Henley, also known as Big U, posted this video to Instagram declaring his innocence.
It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in, though, because I ain't did nothing.
Federal authorities say the music executive used his connections to the South Los Angeles Rolling 60s Crips gang to run a mafia-like organization, all while pretending to be a successful and charitable entrepreneur.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options.
But the complaint unsealed today paints a very different picture, alleging Henley's Big U enterprise engaged in illegal activities, including extortion, robbery, murder, human trafficking, wire fraud, bank fraud, and other financial crimes.
It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat.
Federal authorities say Henley murdered an aspiring musician in January of 2021 in Las Vegas and disposed of his body off of Interstate 15. Authorities also allege Henley used his charity for at-risk youth, developing options, as a front to hide his criminal activity.
Transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan.
Henley is also accused of embezzling donations made to his charity by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses. In total, 19 people were arrested in connection to these crimes. Henley was charged with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization Act and faces a number of other charges. If convicted, he could face life in prison. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
Well, government and tax records show millions of dollars have poured into the nonprofit that the feds say was at the center of a criminal enterprise. Investigative reporter Eric Leonard has more on how this organization was being funded and where that money was allegedly going.
The most surprising discovery here is that the nonprofit called the Ex-Offender Fellowship Network, which was also known as Developing Options, a pair of nonprofits that the city says were essentially one entity, were facing suspensions from state tax authorities. The city of LA has been paying these nonprofits millions of dollars in recent years, and the amounts have only gone up.
The California Franchise Tax Board issued a suspension notice in April 2024 for one of the nonprofits operated by Eugene Henley Jr., who federal prosecutors in LA announced Wednesday faces racketeering and corruption charges for allegedly misusing money meant for the city's gang intervention efforts. Henley's most recent contract with the city shows a payment of nearly $800,000 due in July 2024, the final installment of a 4-year agreement that paid his groups more than $2.2 million for intervention. Henley, seen here in a red carpet photo, began forming the nonprofits in 2009, according to state records. They began receiving city gang intervention funding as far back as 2011. Between 2018 and 2023, LA Comptroller payment records